definition of a man was to never cry. Work till you die, got to provide. He was the product of the curse of man, which said he would die, said he would work with pain to provide, since he and his wife believed the lie. He is Adam, fallen being, flawed in his seeing, believing the deceiver who tricked his wife into eating that which was fleeting instead of the eternal. Man. He was boy, born in the shape of iniquity with obtuse angles and obscure circumstances that would entangle. Man, a word of both gender and responsibility, a word of unalienable right and of supreme earned privilege, the leader of a village in role, yet an honor only bestowed when full grown and made whole, so still they call you boy. Not Roy or Jim or whatever your name is, not sir, not Mr., just your average him. Not easily identified in a lineup of generically similar criminals with similar lineups, those who often won't shape up so they're shipped out or shot at, spit on or mocked, back into a corner on a block with caution tape or rope around their ring fist, swing and miss the target that is life and freedom. Damn. They are defeated by body blows of, we don't need them. I don't need no man to do nothing for me. Just buy diapers and put J's on baby John's feet. Defeated by slammed doors and broken windows, poor resources and track records of widows, once king of the jungle, now left to rumble alone with a limp in his stride. But tell me, what is a male lion without his pride? Now I propose that maybe if you stood up more straight and a little less ape, they would see you as a man rather than primate. Brother, you were born for adversity while crafted in iniquity, and maybe that's where your fetal hunching shoulder shape comes from, but maybe my begging will cause you to come out of that womb of a tomb and breathe fresh air. While I understand life for you ain't been no crystal stair, I dare you to climb. Remembering that your spine is made of iron and not twine. The load is heavy, but you were built to bear it like beams, undergirding a structure, supporting weight heavier than it would seem you could stand. You are a man. And let no one tell you different. You were crafted by and in the image of someone magnificent. Made so well that you almost have the right to be belligerent. But as a man, you can choose humility. You are intrinsically significant, possessing self-worth simply because of your birth, not the right itself, but the air in your lungs breathed by God is your wealth. Now this is true of all mankind, but what you do with that truth determines what kind of man are you. Remember that a man got up on the cross and died, absorbing God the Father's wrath. Remember that a man also killed hundreds of Christians, yet penned the holy benediction you wear proudly on your back. Don't forget that a man spied another man's bride, gave the command at which that man died. His body began to decay at the hands of his own pride, soul wasting away inside until that man confessed and relied on God to purge what was inside, because his hands were too filthy to wash themselves. Wow. He was a king who remembered he was just a man, but a man nonetheless, clothed in the righteousness of the God-man. Men are fragile and feeble in our attempts to be equal with God, but the God who became a man for the sake of saving a people made you in his likeness and image, so that you would be the visage of God himself, the treasure of holy wealth stored inside, indwelt with that, and he which is good. Therefore your value is in one sense holy, your manhood. Jesus was a man just like you. Therefore, your manhood should not be determined by the news or statistics of drug use, but should also not be led by pop culture and cultural norms they produce. If I were you, I'd cut loose from the mainframe media's impressions and Wikipedia definitions. They won't do you justice. Being male is a fact for you that just is, but trust this, he was the God-man because he could have saved himself from being punished. The perfect man, tempted and tried, held temptation and death in his clutches, but let them both go for the sake of men, for the sake of the world, screaming, I love it. The perfect man, the God-man, dying a man's death to give men life. Now tell me, if you are a man simply by genetic coding, or because you laid yourself down to earn that right. Wow.